Microsoft has come a long way. There's no doubt about it. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I was the one covering them back in 2013, 2014, when literally you bring up anything Xbox and you just get spammed with hate because people are just so mad and upset and angry and things like that. So, for me personally, I totally get that, people aren't going to understand, how things were back in 2013 here in 2022, because believe it or not, I mean, it's almost 10 years ago, but there was just a lot of hate, there was a lot of animosity, there was just so much anger and vitriol towards Xbox that nobody thought they would recover, and yet they have recovered, and they're doing so much with what they've been able to kind of accomplish, buying studios, just regaining trust, getting fans. Fans used to be afraid to speak up about Xbox. You were kind of treated like a second-class citizen on social media and things like that. And now it's like a totally different ball game. It's like they're allowed to kind of do what they want and say what they want and be excited, and I think that's great. I think that is absolutely fantastic that that's something that is allowed to happen now. And it's sad. I would be sad to see things go back to the way it was, especially since I've gotten over my anger and stuff like that. But when you see IGN kind of bash them, it just takes me back to a bad particular point in time. And I don't want to see that kind of stuff happen again. So I do want to get into this video. It's going to be a very good video, and it's a video that I'm sure a lot of you are going to be talking about for probably for at least a little while to come. Anyway, so I think we should get into it, and we should get into it right now. Hey there, everyone. I'm the Crap Gamer. Of course, this is Crap Gamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It means the world to me, and I know how busy a lot of you are and things like that, so definitely the fact that you guys come out and support the channel means everything to me. Please leave us a like if you do enjoy the content. Now, listen, IGN, for instance, there's a lot of people, particularly Destin, who is a big, Xbox mark now, even though he didn't used to be or what have you. He made some comments in a video that he did the other day, and I kind of want to let you guys listen to what he has to say, and then we're going to talk about what he has to say. Let's listen.
So I want to talk a little bit about Xbox game releases and ask Microsoft, hey, where are the games right now? What happened? You had a killer Q4, and then we come into 2021, and Q1 is really, really light. And then looking at the release list, looks like the first notable release I see is October. So when are we going to hear more about Xbox games? Let's get into it.
So there you guys have it. He's kind of asking Microsoft, where's the games? This is the funny thing, right? And this guy is a professional. He's on IGN. He has his own channel too. I'm not a professional. I'm just a local yokel clown or what have you. But last year, when Microsoft had this quote-unquote killer Q4 with Halo and Forza, I said, yo, Xbox guys, calm down. Right? Because looking at the releases that Microsoft has for next year that we know about, we're not getting anything big from them until probably summer or the end of the year. Summer was when we originally thought maybe Redfall might fall. It looks like that might be delayed. But, it was a good bet that we weren't going to get anything till the end of the year. I got told, oh, no, Stalker 2 and The Gunk and Scorn and Crossfire X and all this stuff. This is why I say you can't really count on these, like, third-party day and date releases and stuff like that, because you never know what the quality is going to be. I think the quality of Xbox first party are going to be through the roof, but when it comes to these other things that are meant to tide us over, that's where I think some of the disappointment and stuff like that actually comes from. So for me personally, like, how can this guy have not noticed that, right? I said Sony's going to have the much better lineup this year, and listen, I was right. And there was nothing that Microsoft could do about it. Like, people just thought they were going to come out and announce some games in January for January or February or March. Like, it's not going to work that way. But here's the thing that kind of bugs me about this, and this is from someone who complained and did countdowns, right? I was like, well, here, let's count down. It's been 700 days since the last AAA release from Microsoft first party, right? Like, that's a legit number. It went well over that. But I got over the anger part of it, because there are multi-plats and stuff. I'm not going to cap for stuff like Crossfire X or Stalker 2 because we all know what happens with that. It's basically fodder. When we talk about we want these exclusives and stuff, we want the Starfields of the world, the Forzas, the Halos, these big type experiences. That's what we're talking about. Now, the thing that I don't understand about this situation is as follows. Everybody was ride or die with Xbox for years. Even when I was complaining that we had been, 730 days without an Xbox AAA first-party exclusive, people would just make excuses and talk about the gunk or, whatever. And now we are literally 9 months away from Microsoft realizing their idea of a big release every quarter, or maybe even more than that. Like, literally, I think they're like, when we start this year, I think it's going to be like a Redfall, Forza, Starfield, and then going to the next year, Avowed, Contraband, Hellblade 2. Like, that's how it's going to. I mean, it's going to start hitting and not stop hitting. Like, we're literally less than a year away from that, and now all of a sudden people are impatient. Like, what the hell? That's what I kind of want to know. Like, what the hell? I don't understand that line of thinking. Like, you guys were ride or die. Hated on me. Flocked to these other YouTubers that cover Xbox and paint a rose on a fart for Xbox. Right? And hate me for being honest about it. And now some of you guys are upset? I don't understand. I don't understand. It's absolutely something that I do not understand. You guys, look, Xbox is going to get theirs. I get that you have to deal with Horizon Forbidden West getting those stellar scores, and I get that, you're going to have to deal with GT7 getting probably some really good scores and doing well, and you're going to have to deal with God of War probably doing well and getting Game of the Year, hype and stuff like that. But at the same time, you guys, it's so close. If you have put up with this for this long, then why in the world would you try to bail now or be upset now or be have discourse now? It doesn't make sense to me. Honestly, it doesn't. And listen, and I'm not trying to cover for Xbox because this is stuff I talked about years ago with you guys. Honestly, so I personally don't understand it. I hope that you guys know where I'm coming from when I'm saying this. I'm not mad at you guys. I just think, yeah, it sucks. That what's going on in terms of the games compared to Sony right now. They had some stuff delayed that was put into this year, but at the same time, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and I can legitimately say that this isn't one of those times where, I'm acting as if a cry wolf situation, like, oh, games are coming or wait for E3. Like, I think that legitimately, this is the change that people have been asking for so long. So please, just relax a little bit longer, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think you guys are gonna be pleasantly surprised. If you were ride or die with Xbox for this long, why on earth would you change that now? It doesn't make sense. With that being said, let me know what you guys think. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.